Looking at the night sky makes you feel incredible. A lot of what we know about the universe, the cosmos in general, is like it's just scratching the surface of it, so there's so much mystery left out there. The thing that really got me hooked on astrophotography was seeing other astrophotographers and what they've captured on this planet, and realizing to myself that this is actually something that's possible, that you don't need a telescope, a spaceship very much to actually be able to do this. Like, you can do it with a camera and a tripod.
I've got my tripod set up, nice level base. I'm sticking the star tracker on to the top of the geared head here, and I'm gonna polar line this in. I have a rough idea it's gonna be up this way somewhere, so I'm just kind of roughly setting it there. Alright, got the lens warmer on the battery pack to warm up so the lens doesn't get mist or ice in it. I'm just getting the camera ready. I'm just going to set on top of it so it's used to being there. I'm sticking the receiver for the intervalometer on top, which sets me to longer than 30 seconds of exposure. And I'm just going to check the polar clock now to see where the North Celestial Pole is in relation to Polaris. If you aim just above where the Big Dipper is, then you go slightly above and to the right, and that's where the North Celestial Pole will be. So that kind of gives you a more accurate polar alignment rather than just going for Polaris. Stayed up till just after midnight. Had a quick look outside, just expecting to see clouds, and the skies were absolutely incredible. Super dark skies. Could see the Milky Way instantly. I knew that we had to drive back down to the beach or somewhere. I still got pajamas on underneath these. And we drove down here and started taking our shots of the Cygnus region of the Milky Way, because the skies here are just absolutely incredible. Like, they're so dark. I've never seen such dark skies in my life so far, and it's incredible. I want more time here to take more astro stuff. But it's getting really cold. I might need to get some sleep.
So the aurora is one of the few atmospheric phenomena that originates in space that we can actually experience here on Earth. The thing that first got me interested in aurora was seeing shots from the International Space Station, just flying over the poles. I found out that coronal mass ejections from the sun create charged particles, which then interact with the Earth's magnetic field. That causes the aurora at the poles of the planet, and that's why it's visible there when it actually happens. And I really wanted to experience that for myself and put my own sort of touch on the images or videos I captured. So the real catalyst that made me decide that it was finally time just to go to Iceland was my friend Kat that lives in Reykjavik. Literally sent me a photo of the aurora out her window one night. Later that night, me and my friend Dara looked up flights to Iceland and booked them literally 3 weeks before we were due to go.
We're in Iceland. The long and short of it actually is, I wanted to do a solo trip to Italy, and there was a space that needed filled, and Andy forced me to come on this trip, so here I am.
This is my first time visiting Iceland. Absolutely incredible. It blew my mind. It doesn't look like you're even on Earth. It seems like a primal place nearly. It feels like it's so untouched by humanity, and you're nearly stepping back in time.
Right, the thing is, I'm severely colourblind. I'll likely never see an aurora with my own eyes unless it's super, super vibrant. So something light in the sky, I'm never going to see. I will see the light of it. I'll see, a certain recording of brightness in the sky. That's easy enough. But a light trace of green, absolutely not. So it's nice to know it's there, how to actually capture a camera in a way that I can actually see it.
If you're looking at the forecast, so at the moment it's KP3, which is okay. If you have KP4, then it's a minor geomagnetic storm. So like 4 and up would be amazing, but it's 3 at the moment. At the moment, the solar wind speed is okay. It's 355.5 kilometers per second. So it's like, okay, it's not great. If you have a higher speed, like higher than maybe 500, then it means that the particles are hitting the Earth quicker, and it means that then it becomes like boom, The density at the moment is terrible. It's 2.77. You really want it to be around 8 for it to be really good. So that basically means that there's not a lot of particles coming into the Earth at the moment. But the thing is, with all of these predictions, it can be completely wrong.
The main factor as to why we couldn't see the aurora most nights was the clouds. Obviously, I know it's not guaranteed when you're there, but every night I had this little bit of hope in me that we would get lucky, and just not having that was extremely disheartening. So after days of being in Iceland, exploring around, going out every night to check if there was just some aurora activity or some clear skies, we still just hadn't had any luck with the aurora. We had to start driving back to Reykjavik.
We got a flight to catch in like 6 hours. I just happened to be taking trashy handheld low exposure shots on my phone out the window from the car. Just wanted to see if there was an actual anything in the sky, and it really did look like there was. So I convinced the guys to pull over so I could get the camera to actually check if there was some northern lights, some aurora on the horizon, and there actually was, and it was absolutely insane. It's my first time seeing it. Like, it was just super exciting. I could literally see a bit of the more intense green come out when I was filming the first time lapse I just filmed, but I want to see more, obviously. But I'm super glad that I actually got to see a little bit while we were here against all odds.
So basically, because you've got a density of about 9 at the moment, it's a pretty good amount of particles per cubic meter in the atmosphere. But because the speed is so low, it means that it's not like boom hitting the atmosphere and creating load. It's more kind of slowly hitting the atmosphere and creating this more kind of blanket of a small amount of green. And the KP is actually how far south you can see it. So if it's KP 1 or 2, you can only see it in the north. But if it's like KP 7, then you can see it in the Netherlands. So when it's only KP 1 or 2 like it is now, it's only about KP 1.5. That's why we can only see it way in the north, and there's not too much going on. So that's always the thing with Aurora, you're on the road, you're trying to find somewhere to stop, it's all just part of the journey, and also just letting go of that expectation as well. Just oh, we might see, we might not, and you just have to accept that.
Exactly. Literally, the 2 seconds of time after I got back there was more than enough for me, so anything else you get extra.
Yay. It's always good, because it's always as someone who lives in a country like this and who ran Northern Lights photography workshops, I take it so personally when the Northern Lights don't come out. So I get so upset for other people if they've come to Iceland or to Norway to see the Northern Lights and then they don't. It breaks my heart, you know.
I've already seen way more than I have any other time in my life, so just glad I happened to be looking out the window and taking phone shots to try and see if it was there.
I know, that was great. You had a good eye for it.
Magic to be here tonight. It's a race to the airport, an absolute race. And yeah, we've pulled in. We're spending a little bit of time here, and everything's just came together at the last minute for us. The whole trip has been pretty cloudy, so I'm super excited to see this just come together at the last minute. It is magic. So yeah, I'm just going to keep chasing the Northern Lights. It's going to be a life of chasing this stuff, and this is only the beginning.
So the clock strikes midnight. I'm fully, absolutely 100% satisfied with what I've seen. This has been insane, more than I could have asked for. And for the first time in the entire trip, I could actually just put my camera away and relax on the drive back to the airport. And then the most absolutely insane thing happened.
Oh my fucking god! What do I do? We're photographers. How do we do this? How do you work a camera? Holy shit! Oh my god!
This is crazy, honestly. This is what I love about the Northern Lights, is that you accept what you've seen, right? You're like, okay, let's go, let's pack up, let's go. And then all of a sudden, the sky explodes, and you don't expect it at all. And honestly, this is for me, this is just life. I love it so much.
The sad thing is, past 10 minutes, shit's all over the previous 2 hours.
I can't even explain how I felt at the time. I was so frantic. The aurora was exploding in the sky. I could see like the shapes of it moving with my own eyes. Like, this is beyond anything I ever thought I would see.
No fucking way. Fuck me, Iceland does not want us to go home.
I just have this overwhelming urge to get back to Iceland, capture more aurora. Like, I feel like I'm addicted to it now. Like, I need to see more and capture more of it. So now that I captured the aurora in that spectacular detail, and just remembering the feeling it gave me capturing that, like, I could happily just chase that for the rest of my life.